And here we are today, what the tree looks like now. I think I've let it grow and get healthy enough to go ahead and get some work done on it today. The nice long branches. Should be able to get some wire on there and everything. Probably cut a lot of this stuff off. We'll see. I'll dive in here in a minute and just kind of see what I'm going to do. I'll probably just follow the general rules of pruning. You try to get everything to stick straight up, straight down. Sometimes when people think in terms of bonsai, they think, especially with ficus, that they're gonna prune or, you know, cut the branch, or prune and defoliate, which would be prune and take off all the leaves. I see a lot of people just defoliate for nothing. I don't really know what that does, but when you cut the branch, you can even see here, I'm getting a little, there's life in there and everything. If I was to cut that right now and just leave the tree alone, it would get a branch off of each one of those leaves there. If you take all the leaves off, it usually dies back a bit towards the trunk. But the problem is, if you don't take the leaves off, if you're planning on wiring too, you got to get in there and wire around the leaves. It usually knocks off so many of them it doesn't even seem like it was worth saving. But I do like to leave as much leaf as possible. But today we probably won't. I'm just going to go ahead and start diving in here and getting the rule breakers, the ones that point straight up, straight down, coming out of the weird spots. And definitely take a lot of these interior leaves off to begin with. Probably wind up taking all of them off. But we'll just see as we go and see what it looks like. This tree's big enough to move the camera back quite a bit. Decided I better put a shirt on. Even though that seems ridiculous when it's hot and I'm inside, but you know, I guess I'm on camera, I don't want to offend anybody. Try to, whenever I got anything this healthy, I'll try to cut back a lot further on the top than on these. Leave something move around and wire in there, where up here kind of let it bush out a little bit more and kind of form a crown and get the wire in on the bottom stuff. Hopefully this tree will kind of progress like that. A lot of these ones down here, the longer ones, are really skinny. It's all healthy enough, but ficus does get a lot of, any ficus really will get a whole lot of random skinny growth that really doesn't contribute much to the health of the tree. It's just kind of there. This thing, I did let this go for quite some time. It's definitely got a lot of growth. You know, when I say a long time, it's really only been like 6 months or so since that last picture. Actually, the last time, that was September. And what is it? It's May 20th today, I think. So, however long that is. I don't feel like doing any math. Math sucks. But, oh, you know what? Here would be a good time for me to show you a picture of myself that one of the kids gave me today. They always give me nice, flattering stuff, but I think it's funny. It doesn't bother me all that much. But that is definitely a very unflattering picture. You can already, the problem is, like even here, if I were to just not camera angle on it like you can here, but here it is all defoliated and everything and pruned. I'm going to put some wire on it when I come back, and I'm going to come back and kind of show you. But the idea is, and it really, you know, I'll just kind of explain a little bit right here. Even actually, there's 3 branches here. The idea is that you wrap 2 together and wrap them up and kind of bend them together. The only problem is then that always leaves the 3rd branch out. Then you know, here I could connect the 3rd branch actually to this one that's down here by itself, but it is a long way away and you got to kind of travel down the trunk with it, which that's okay too. There's nothing wrong with that. But this will be, actually I can see now, this is going to be very time consuming for me to even just think about it. I don't want to bore you guys while I'm sitting here thinking and everything. Sometimes when you hear a math teacher think, I don't know, will a tree fall in the woods or something like that? No, that didn't work out to be a very good joke, did it? But anyway, that's what it looks like before I get started here putting some wire on it. I might leave the last little bit maybe to kind of finish as I come back, just to kind of show what we do there, but I'm going to stop the video for a second. 24.5 minutes. Anyway, thanks for watching if you hung in there that long. So here we are all wired up. You can see here was 2 branches, and then that one and that one are wired together there. Don't really have any there. Don't like that straight spot, but I didn't want to start overlapping. But that's the idea. Here's just a good example of where there was actually 4 branches. So this one is tied to that one. Those 2 are wired together. These 2 are wired together. But anyway, I'm gonna get the camera back in this tripod in a minute. I did notice earlier, I was talking about this. It is rotting. And so actually after I get, I was hoping that aerial root and feeded, I don't know. I used to really be in love with aerial roots. I'm not as much as I used to be. I do like the gnarly looking down there and everything, but we'll see. I'm gonna clean up this guy too. It's rotting as well. But I'm gonna get the camera back on the tripod. I'm gonna bend some of these wires. I just put it on. I am not an expert by any means. I'm really just learning. One of the things that I think I said before that I've been told is I don't go up and down enough, but sometimes it's hard. By the time you move it one way, there's not really enough branch left to come back the other way. But we'll see how it goes. But I'm gonna get the camera back on the tripod, back in a second. All right, so sitting down again. And that's actually my planned back side. That's the planned front side. So both of these branches I'm gonna work on here real quick. They are on the back side. This is a little bit different than the tool I was using earlier. This is knob cutters. Again, these were just mid-grade Chinese kind when I got them. I think the concavers I got were 30 or 40 bucks. This was like 40 or 50. Yeah. You can see it's all dead wood there. Sometimes it gets hard to cut when it's dead. And that's probably going to be a knot there forever. Pretty tough. When I'm actually I think this tree's going to look really nice soon. Excited to show you what it looks like when I take the wire off here in a few months. When I take the wire off, I may also go ahead and try to Dremel up some of these areas here, some of those dead areas. I'm going to shorten this one up a little bit now. Yeah. I'm gonna that really does go back in there. You can see here, I had some live stuff growing there. This whole little piece sticking out there is for sure dead. And could have just left it the way it was. Wasn't really hurting anything. But now that I cut them back like that, as it gets some health, start closing up a little bit. Before I put this back outside. No, I think I'm just gonna leave it like that. I don't think I'm gonna dremel it out yet. I'm gonna see what the little time does to that. I still got these pieces. I'm worried about this piece. It's a pretty good chunk. It goes in there. You see how there's a dead stump there. It's not growing. It's not growing out. It goes in there. I'm afraid it's gonna make it fall apart. So I am trying to like just let it grow for a bit. Of course, I don't let it grow today. I got it way back. But anyway, I'm gonna bend these wires up. I finished this video. And let's see, we know we definitely want to come down some. I want to come down some and put some movement in it. And so I'll do that with that one. And just kind of, I'm not going to tell you my thought process on every one of them, but you just don't want it to be the straight sticks that it was to begin with. Some of these branches, by the time this does all its growing and everything, some of these branches may not even be here anymore. I may decide to prune them off or whatever. This is this is a little strange piece here. Kind of comes up out of the middle there. So I was just gonna leave it alone, but then you just have the big tower coming out of there. So I just want to get some movement in there. Bring these two guys down with a little movement. Take that guy and do that. Let's see, I haven't been over here yet. And the wire just kind of the goal is to make it look like an old tree, even though it's just a young plant. And I think that's bent and twisted enough. And actually, while I was wiring it and I had the video off, I actually noticed a lot of these little area roots are dead. The bigger ones are fine, they'll stay. The next time I repotted, like even that was just a little chunk of there's little chunks of some rotten stuff in here, but I don't know if I'm gonna include the older pictures with this one today or just go with what I did today. I do have some old pictures of this, but they just do the fade in and out stuff. You see all these dead roots. Next time I repot it, which has been in this pot now for about 14 months. The next time I repot it, I'll really have to deal with that a lot. Definitely gonna try to get it in a shower roller pot too, something like that. So I'll work the bottom a lot. Most of these area roots are just come on out when I do that. But if they're alive, like this one here, I can tell it's attached and alive. I like to let them go. Why not? Anyway, you guys, if you made it in this long, you damn sure should like and subscribe. What the hell's the matter with you?